Abayomi Azikiwe joins us now from Detroit. He's the editor of Pan-African Newswire. It's an online news service fostering discussion on Africans throughout the world. Sir, welcome to our program. What happens if Robert Mugabe refuses to step down? Do you envision some kind of scenario where he would keep his position?
I think that is possible. The Southern African Development Community, which is mediating the talks that are taking place today at the State House, is totally opposed to any type of unconstitutional transfer of power out of the hands of the president into perhaps a transitional government. People have to keep in mind, though, that this is a split within the ruling Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front Party. The opposition parties in Zimbabwe are extremely weak, and they are not involved at present in this ongoing political struggle.
So why now? Why is this happening now? Robert Mugabe has been in power for more than 30 years.
Well, there are two principal factions inside of ZANU-PF. One is around the ousted Vice President Emmerson Mnangagwa. The other is centered around the First Lady, Grace Mugabe. And of course, these differences have become irreconcilable over the last week and a half. There was an incident that occurred when the First Family was addressing a rally in Bulawayo about 2 weeks ago, where the First Lady was booed. This was utilized by the president to terminate the Vice President, who in fact went into hiding. And there was about 100 people whose names were placed on a list for possible disciplinary measures. In response to that, the General Commander of the Armed Forces, Constantine Chiwenga, held a press conference on Monday saying that if the purges were not stopped, that the military would intervene. This is what happened on Tuesday with tank movements in the capital, and of course the announcement by Major General S.B. Moyo early Wednesday morning saying that the government had taken power.
Well, let me ask you about this SAC deputy, the one you mentioned, Emmerson Mnangagwa. How much support does he have among the public? And I'm assuming the military supports this man.
Yes, he is the former Minister of Defense of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces. He has profound credentials in regard to the Zimbabwe African National Liberation Army, the military wing of ZANU, which fought British settler colonialism during the 1960s and 1970s. And he has formidable support, principally in the military. So this is why the Major General S.B. Moyo, although stating that Mugabe remains head of state, they are targeting people who are attempting to purge the supporters of Vice President Mnangagwa. So the military has exerted this authority, and we'll have to see what the outcome is going to be of these negotiations. We know that SADC is not willing to tolerate any type of military government in the region. The African Union, current president Alpha Conde from Guinea-Conakry, also issued a statement earlier today saying that they would not recognize a government headed by the military in Zimbabwe.
Certainly is still a lot of uncertainty and a lot of questions. We have to leave it there. Abayomi Azikiwe, thank you so much, sir.